Okay, let's create a list with recyclerView. So the first thing is let's gonna add the library. So here I'm gonna add the library. This is the library for recyclerView, but we have to change this last part. Okay, now let's sync and let's wait. Okay, let's close the window and we're going to add the recyclerView. We don't need this layout, so let's gonna change it. Let's gonna use a relative layout. Okay, this is gonna be my relative layout. Here we're making a reference to our main activity, and this is the width, this is the height. Next thing to do is we have to add the recyclerView. This is the recyclerView. We have an ID, which is recyclerView. The width is match parent, and the height is wrap content. Okay, next thing to do is we're going to add a student item. Okay, let's delete this one because we don't need it. And for the layout, we're gonna use a linear layout. So this is our linear layout. You have the orientation is vertical, the width is match parent, and wrap content. Okay, so next thing to do is let's gonna add a text view. This is our text view. Well, this is the size 21, width is wrap content, and height is wrap content. But let's change this one to match parent. Okay, so yeah, I think we're okay. Let's give it some space. Okay, I think it looks better. Let's close it. And the next thing to do is we're going to add a holder. So student holder. In this student holder, we have to add these libraries. We're gonna need them. So the first thing is we're going to extend recyclerView view holder. Let's put it here. And then we have to create a constructor. This is gonna be our constructor, a student holder constructor. And we need to call super. Okay, there we have it. Now let's create a text view. Let's gonna call it text view name, and let's find that text view. Okay, so This is our text view. Now we have to create a student adapter. Student adapter. In this student adapter, we have to extend recyclerView adapter. This is extend recyclerView adapter, and we're gonna specify our student holder, which is this one, and we're going to import some libraries. These are the libraries that we're gonna be using: a recyclerView, a view group, a list. Next thing to do is we're going to implement the methods that were required. We have these 3 methods. Let's give it OK. And so the first thing is we need to create a constructor. Let's say public student adapter, and we're going to specify some variables. The first variable is a list, a student list. This is my student list, and also a context. This is my context. But it says we have also to create a student object, a student class. Let's going to create it. Okay. So in this student class, we're gonna have a name, and that's it. Now let's going to create a constructor for this class. This is the one, constructor. Okay. Now we're going to create getters and setters. Getters and setters. Okay. And we're done. Let's go back to our student adapter, and we have to make we need to pass some parameters. In this case, we're going to pass a student list and a context. So these are my parameters, and let's specify, let's make a reference to the variables. Student list equals this student list, and the next one is the context. So here we have the context. Next thing to do is we are going to modify the onCreateView holder. Here we are going to specify the view, which is here we are going to specify our list, our student item. So we're going to need this code, which is a layout inflator, and here let's change it for view group, and here also for view group. Okay, and this student item is this one that we have here, and let's going to return a student holder like this, and that's it. Now we have to modify the onBind view holder. Let's let's get a student from the list, and here we are getting a student from our student list. Next thing to do is we are going to specify that that we have a text view like this. Let's change this one for this one. Okay, well, let's go and do it the other way. Okay, let me check it. Okay, so here we're going to say that this is a holder. So now we're okay now. Next thing is going to specify the list size like this. And I think we are done with the student adapter. So here I have an error. Okay, maybe this is the reason. Okay, next thing is we're going to work on the main activity. So this is the final part. In this case, well, the first thing is we have to import all these libraries so that we can work. These are all the libraries that we have to import. And we need a recycler view. Here, this is my recycler view. We also need a recycler view adapter. So let's create it. This is my recycler view adapter. And we also need a list. Well, this is my list. This is gonna be a student list. Student list. Next thing is we're going to bind the view or components. Well, this is for the recycler view. Let's specify the manager. Let's say that we need a linear layout manager. Okay, this is the linear layout manager. Now let's create our list. So, but we have here a student list, so we're gonna create this one. And the final part is we're going to create the data for the list. So we're going to use a for loop. This is our for loop, and we're gonna say that we need to create a student object. So this is gonna be our student object. Let's call it Richard, and we're gonna pass this object to our student list like this. And now we need to pass this list to the adapter. So let's gonna do it like this. Here we need to pass the student list. Okay, so and finally we're going to set the adapter for the recycler view like this. And we are done. The final part is let's gonna run this project, and we need a device. Okay, we're going to run the project. So let's see if it works. Here it's running. Let's wait. Okay, I think I'm gonna pause the video and come back when it has finished. Okay, this is the final result. We have 10 items in our list from 0 to 10 because that's what we created here, from 0 to 10. So this is it. This is how you create the recycler view. So see you later. Bye.